Hey back, we're here for yoga main work. So hopefully you're already all warmed up and ready to just get going. It is yoga, but definitely, so maybe not quite as high of a heart rate as you would if we were just doing cardio. But hopefully we'll get you moving and get some good strengthening work in. So let's come to the front of the mat and feet together. We're just going to start with arms up and a forward fold, halfway lift, step back to plank. You should be very familiar with this if you just did the yoga warm-up. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. All right, so we're going to lift the right leg, bring it through to between the hands, and we're coming up to a high lunge. So right leg's out in front, left leg behind, making sure your core is tight, and you're on the ball of the left foot. And from our high lunge now, we're just going to pulse for 30 seconds. So not quite a full lunge, but you're getting some nice strengthening work. So you can either keep your arms at your chest or you could lift them up overhead. All right, stop, hold your high lunge. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our left arm behind us, right arm out in front, and this should be a nice twist feeling. And now you can bring your left arm up, right arm meets that back left thigh, and that's a bit of a side body stretch. You're still in the high lunge. You're now facing over your right shoulder, left arm is up, right arm on the left thigh. All right, cartwheel your hands down to meet, frame your right foot, and you're going to plant the left hand next to the right foot, and the right hand comes up overhead. So now you're getting a good hip stretch. All right, and now you're going to leave your left hand and right hand where they are and step the right foot back to meet the left. So now you're in a side plank. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. If you want to get funky here, you could do some hip dips or just hold it nice and still. Five more seconds. And bring your right arm hand down. And we're going to do 5 chaturanga push-ups. These are like our tricep push-ups. Lean forward a little bit, keep your elbows close to your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th one, you can go all the way down. Come up to that cobra pose, should feel kind of nice. And back to downward facing dog. All right, from here, we're going to lift your left leg up. Step it through between your hands, and you're coming up to that high lunge. So now your left leg is forward, your right leg is back, hands up overhead, and we're pulsing. Make sure you're keeping your core in. And stop. Just hold that high lunge for a moment. And then we're going to bring the right arm in front, left arm behind. You're facing over that left side. Getting a nice twist. And now bring the left arm to the right thigh, right arm up overhead. Good side body stretch. If balance is an issue, that's okay. Just do what you can. All right, now bring the arms down, frame the left foot, and that right arm stays down, left arm comes up, getting your hip stretch on the left side. All right, we're going to step that left foot back now, and we're in the side plank on the right side. So, 30 seconds here. And again, maybe some hip dips. Maybe you're lifting the left leg if you want to get funky. But also, just a good old-fashioned side plank is always good work. Ready? And down. Okay. We are in our plank, and we have 5 more push-ups. 1, 2. If you need to go on your knees to keep form, 3. That is absolutely okay. 4, 5. All right, drop your knees. We'll just take a second in child's pose. When you're ready, plant your hands, and we're going to tuck the tail back up. We're back in downward facing dog. All right. From here, we'll lift our right leg back up. We're going to bring it through. And now, you are twisting your back heel down. So your foot is facing 45 degrees out from your mat. Your right toes are pointing straight forward. We're coming into warrior 2. So hips are open towards the side, as are your shoulders, and you're looking over your right arm. We'll just stay here for about 30 seconds. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Bend that right knee a little bit deeper. Okay, now you're going to flip your right hand over so your palm's facing up. Left hand comes down to your right thigh. Right arm comes up overhead. This is called humble warrior. Nice side body stretch. And now let's bring your right forearm down to meet your right thigh and your left hand up overhead. And as you do this, we're going to move between the two, but I want the low body to be entirely still, so your legs don't move. So your left arm right now is overhead. You're going to bring it back, bring your right arm overhead, and then switch back. So right arm down, left arm overhead. But your lower body is completely still. So inhale forward, exhale back. take a few more seconds here. All right. Let's come back to the warrior two. And now we're going to spin the left foot so that your heel is up, your right foot's forward, and we're actually going to come into warrior three. So basically you're standing on that right leg. So get really firm in your right foot and lift your left leg. I'll scoot back. Left leg lifts and your body comes forward, so you want to be standing in a T basically. And you can either have your hands at your chest, hands out in front, hands out to the side, hands behind you. Find what feels good for you. Hands out in front is hard. They're all hard. So we're going to see either you can stay here for 30 seconds or for 30 seconds have tiny bends and straightens in your standing leg, in your right leg. So this is basically like a one-legged squat. Make sure, there's my balance. Make sure that you're keeping your core tight. Try to keep your shoulders rolled back so you're not hunching. Wherever you are, you're done. All right, so step your foot back and let's come back into our plank. And we're actually going to do 10 push-ups. Now, again, if you need to go on your knees, that's A-okay. All right, and go. On your 10th one, you can lower down, come up to cobra, back to downward facing dog, and we get to do it on the other side. So left leg comes up, bring it through. I'm going to flip around so I'm facing you. So left leg is through. Spin your right foot down so that your toes are kind of pointing 45 degrees, and we're coming to warrior two. Here for about 30 seconds, so see what you can do to make this productive. Maybe that's getting a little deeper. Maybe that's focusing on a tall torso. And flip that left hand, bring it up overhead, right hand goes down to your right thigh, humble warrior. All right, and now left arm meets left thigh, right arm overhead. All right, and now we're leaving the lower body completely still, and we're flowing between the two. If you notice that you're progressively coming up higher, see if you can get back in that squat, or in that lunge. And again, inhaling forward, exhaling. All right, let's come back to warrior two, and we're going to spin up onto the toes of the right foot, and get your left foot really planted. I'm going to scoot back, and now we are lowering down into that warrior three. So you're standing in a T, hands are where you want them to be, your core is tight, and we're here for 30 more seconds. want to, you can try those small pulses. So just tiny little bend and straighten in the left knee. But maybe just warrior 3 is good. And maybe you fall out of it and you come back into it for 30 seconds. Just keep trying. All right. Bring your right leg down and frame the right foot. We have our 10 push-ups. So when you're ready, go. Tenth one, you lower down, and let's take a child's pose. Woo. If you're like me, you're a little tired. Okay. So, we are going to come into, so stand up, we're going to come into our chair. So, coming back to the front of the mat, feet together. I like to stand with my big toes together and heels just a little bit apart. So basically the outer edges of your feet are parallel. All right, and now you'll bring your hips back and come down so that your fingertips graze the ground, and then lift up and you'll find yourself in chair. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. Maybe you'll find that holding your arms up starts to actually be work. Alright, and now we have another 30 seconds where we're pulsing, we're getting those squats in the chair pose. So, keeping your arms up, your chest up, your core tight. And focusing on really squeezing and firing your glutes. Good, okay. So bring your hands to center, bring your hands to your chest, and we're going to now do a chair twist. So you're going to take your left elbow to your right knee. This is easier if you're lower in your chair. Left elbow, right knee, and then open your chest towards the right. See, what you want is for your shoulders to be stacked on top of each other, but make sure that your left knee isn't coming forward too much. Bring it back so that your hips are still in line. All right, come back to center. We're going to now bring right elbow, left knee, and open to the left. And again, this time your right knee is going to want to create forward. Try to keep it back in line. And let's just do a few more rotations through that. Don't stay in it too long this time. Just twist, come back up. Twist, come back up. Twist, last time to the left, and forward fold. All right, so if you're standing at the front of your mat, you're going to open out to the side. I'm already this way because I was demonstrating. So we're going to come into that wide-legged standing position, and I want you to have your heels in just a little bit Toes pointed out 45 degrees either side, and we're coming into a wide-legged squat. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. See, I was up really high, so I'm going to come lower. See maybe if you can do the same. Try and push yourself here. Alright, we're going to do our only real bit of cardio here. We're going to do 30 seconds of these sumo squat jacks. So, ready? Come together, hands up, and hit the jack. Three, two, one. All right, bring your toes facing forward now, and let's do a wide-legged forward fold. All right, good. From here, we're on our backs, so come down to the ground, however you prefer. And we're going to start in with just a little bit of core. So you're sitting on your bum, lean back so that your toes are off the ground, and we're going to do 30 seconds of boat pose. So either your legs can be bent like this, but the important thing is that your chest is really straight, your core is really tight. So legs can be bent like this, legs can be up straight, hands ideally are out straight in front of you. We're about 10 seconds in, so 20 more seconds in this boat pose, whatever that looks like for you. All right, now we're going to row our boat. So that is taking your arms side to side, pretending you're rowing. We're here for 30 seconds. But you're still keeping the rest of your body, ideally, is still. It's just, you're getting a twist from your obliques. Shoulders and arms are moving. And down. All right, you can come all the way down to lying down. We will now cool down. So let's bring the right leg overhead, grab behind your calf, and bring it back towards you. I like to do some ankle rotations here. It adds a calf stretch to this. Otherwise, we're getting a lot of hammy, but ankle rotations get the ankle joint and the calf loosened up. All right, now you're going to grab the outside of your calf with your left foot, or your left hand, sorry, and just gently bring it over the side. So you want to keep your hips pretty much on the ground, keep your shoulders on the ground. This is a very small movement over to the left side. You should be feeling it in on the outside of your right leg, so in your IT band, your outer calf. Now plant your left foot and bend your right leg, and then cross it over. So you're bringing your right ankle to your left thigh, and you can thread your hands through onto your left to grab your left hamstring, and we're in a figure four. You know it, you love it. exactly this position, and then just tip your hips over to the side. So your right foot lands on the ground, your left outer leg, your left IT band lands on the ground, and you're in a twist. So this should be a pretty deep twist in your right outer hip. If this hurts at all, back out of it, and you can do just a normal twist, so both your knees are together, and you're bringing both knees together over to the left side. Alright, wherever you are, let's come back to center. Hug your knees, and then your right arm goes out straight, right leg goes out straight, left leg comes up overhead. We're in that hamstring stretch. You're holding on to your left calf, getting ankle rotations. Ankle mobility is so good for us with flutter kick, dolphin kick. All right, and now getting that really gentle IT band stretch. So, right hand, left outer calf, just bringing it over to the right a bit. But again, this isn't like, so I'll show you what I could do, but we're not going to do it, right? We could bring the left hip all the way up and over, and leg comes all the way up and over. That's really not as good of a stretch as leaving your hips on the ground and just gently coming overhead. I feel a way better stretch in my IT band if I keep my left hip on the ground, keep my whole torso on the ground, and just come over to the right side a little bit. All right, plant the right foot, bend the left knee, and now turn your left leg so your left ankle is hitting the right knee, and you lift that right foot perhaps, bring the hands through, grab the right thigh, and you're in a figure 4 stretch. Alright, and now that funky twist again. So, you're leaving your legs in this position completely and just twisting your hip down to the right side. So left foot hits the ground, right outer thigh hits the ground, and bring your hands up to cactus arms. And again, if any of this hurts, you're coming back out, knees together, feet together, and you're just twisting to the right. That way. Okay, back to center. One more hug. So from here in yoga, we'll do a final relaxation. So your hug, and then legs just go out straight, arms go out straight. Exhale everything, and you can stay here, close your eyes, and relax for as long as you want. I will stop here, but I hope you guys had a good workout and go back.